I'm Dave Stanton, and this is Tailgate Commando on gamedaytap.com. And today we're going to turn this terracotta flower pot into an electric smoker. Alright, so the main ingredients we need are terracotta flower pot. If you can find, I think this is 16 inches, it's like 25 bucks, something like that at Lowe's, Home Depot. You need a terracotta flower bowl if you can find one. So this is going to go over the top in the end. Doesn't have a hole in the bottom. So this one I've already drilled out. It's really simple to do. If you just get a masonry bit, this stuff's really soft. So if you just get a masonry bit for your drill a hole in it because you need to have a space to put the thermometer. But that's pretty much it. So we got the pieces of terracotta. We have a replacement grate that we end up putting in to cook the meat. We have just some other random parts, but the main thing that we need is a hot plate. So that's essentially what we're using, a hot plate or an electric cooker. So I have my hot plate out. When you get these, they're pretty much all put together the same way, where you'll have this kind of this hot plate portion with a little grill, and there'll be a couple screws. So you just need to get your screwdriver in and take these 3 screws out. Now, word of caution, these are cheap. This is just sheet metal. This is sharp underneath here. So after you take these 3 screws out, you can just lift it, but be careful here, because this will definitely cut your finger if you're not careful. So you take this, it's just gonna be like this, and you just pull these off. Again, be very careful because this is sharp and you can't cut yourself. It's probably a good idea is to get some needle nose pliers. Pull these off. Okay, and then we just set this aside for now. We don't need that too much. Okay, so what I've done here, and I'm gonna recreate. Basically, what I did is when it came, there was a very short wire. You could just see it to like right here, and then there was these little quick disconnect things because we didn't have to go very far to get from the wire to the range if it's on here. So that's the thing, is I needed to lengthen it. So all I did is I got an extra piece of wire in the middle and I attached it and used a soldering iron. Now, if all you're interested in getting this thing done as soon as possible, all you'd have to do is use some wire cutters, or separate dikes. These have the strippers as well. Cut it, add some wire in the middle, and use something like wire nuts just to hold it. But I didn't want to do that because this is going to carry a decent amount of power for a while, because we could be cooking a brisket for say 6 hours. So I wanted it to be a little bit tighter, and I used some heat shrink tubing and some soldering to make sure these joints are really nice. All right. So before you solder these things together, you want to get some heat shrink tubing. So let's just blast it. All right, so we're back, and now let's put this all together. What we need is a couple bricks. This is going to help elevate it. Let's smoke it from the bottom. Okay, so now I need to go get my hot plate. Bring the wires with my disconnects in. And now we hook the burner back together. It doesn't matter which order the quick disconnects are, so you don't have to pay too much attention to that to the start. All right. Then what we do is we get a heavy-duty baking pan. That's what we use to load up our wood. So this is going to generate the heat into the baking pan and give us our smoke. Put the grate, put the meat. Then we do our lid with a thermometer, and we're ready to rock. All right, so we're all done. All you have to do now give yourself a little bit of distance with your controller, and plug her in and go. I definitely recommend, since we are doing this wiring ourselves and we do not have an electrician approving all of it, plug this into some sort of a surge protector with a fuse so that just in case something's messed up here, you're not going to be sending it further down the line into your house. So, or into your generator or whatever you're using at a tailgate. So get a surge protector with a fuse and you're pretty much good to go.